Hey you guys, it's John here today. It is the weekend, which means it's a great time to get out into the garden. Today we have a few things to do. We're just cleaning up some plants. We're switching out some containers that are finished blooming. We're doing some seed starting, and I thought I'd take you guys along with us. Kyle here is cleaning out the canna lily. Let me show you. There's a lot of dead stuff in this canna, so every year we need to prune it down. So all he's doing is taking all the dead stuff off, and it'll grow once the weather starts to warm up just a little bit. Yeah, so you just cut it all. Yeah, cut it all the way back down to the ground. Do you see that new? There might be new growth. Like this is new growth here. We'll keep that. Yeah, you can cut that back. Cut all this old growth back. Perfect. So we're over here at the stair step bench now, and I think we're gonna get rid of these paperwhites. They are done. They are done blooming for now, so we'll probably plant them somewhere else. But we'll put on the stair steppers these beautiful muscari blooms. Look at these, you guys. Aren't these glorious? These were planted from pre-chilled bulbs back about 6 weeks ago, around the beginning of the year, and I think they're the cutest thing ever to have in these containers. We used to grow them a lot. When I lived in Michigan, we grew a ton of these muscari. So glad we have these, and we're going to just tuck them in on the sides here. On them, since it's going to be warm just a little bit, we'll be probably sneaking in some tulips or even more muscari bulbs onto this bench later on, but they look so good. I love the blue with all of the violas. This is a viola sorbet marina blue and these white carnations. Aren't these the cutest thing ever? We actually picked up these carnations at the clearance rack at Lowe's, but I love how this blue combo looks together. It looks so good, you guys. I'm just obsessed with these little cute muscari bulbs. Ugh, they're the cutest thing in the world. So they'll keep blooming up until it gets hot outside, and we'll probably switch them out for something else in about a month or two. So on the other side, this is our next project. We need to clear out the paperwhites because they're totally finished, you guys. They're totally done, spent. So we'll probably tuck in some tulips. We have tulips over there, so we're going to take out these paperwhites and tuck in some tulip bulbs in their place. We do need to deadhead this campanula too. All we really do for that is snip off the spent blooms like that, right down at the base. I do see some buds, so it should make some more blooms when it's done. But basically, we just take it down to where there's new growth, right there, new blooms. These are really pretty. This is a campanula. I kind of just I impulse bought it from the nursery, but it's a dwarf one that we love having here. It's just a really cute addition to any container garden. It's called Apella Blue. Apella Blue. So whenever we switch out containers, we usually pick them up. Anything that we is expired, basically, we'll pick them up, and then we'll make a pile, typically over on the side of the garden here. We'll put them here, and we'll plant them later, either in the ground. Sometimes if we don't have any room for them, we will compost them. But we're gonna put some tulips in the place. So we have some 8-inch pots. So we usually like to match the size of the pot that we're replacing. So these are some, gosh, I believe it was Christmas Dream, but look at these. They can have some really pretty foliage, that striping. So we're just gonna tuck these back in here. And these are gonna look really pretty when the delphiniums and the foxgloves blooming. These will probably be another like two or 3 weeks before we see blooms. Oh, I do see buds actually. So maybe it'll be sooner. Maybe it'll be sooner. So we'll leave these here. Look how cute these look. So that's typically what we do when we replace plants. We're gonna do that with all of the paperwhites around here. Some of them I don't think we're gonna place in the back just because they're really short. We'll probably tuck some tulips into the front here and see how that looks. Alrighty, you guys, we just finished placing all of the tulips in the container garden. They look so good. There's tons of different varieties we have out here. We have Crunchy Cummins. That one's really pretty, like a purple one. We have, let's see, I usually don't label these, you guys, so thank goodness for labels. Flaming Flag, that one's like a striped purple one. That one's really pretty. This one's Christmas Dream. It's like a purple, or sorry, a pink one. That one's gonna be really pretty. So we have more of the same ones over here. We just tucked in. And as things fade out, like as the stock fades out, if anything else fades out, we will just replace it with more tulips that we have on the side here. We have our first butterfly ranunculus bloom though, you guys. Look at this. This is a purple one called Thiva. Thiva, I think. Thiva. Thiva. It's really pretty. Look at that. Trying to get out of the sun so you guys can see it. It's really pretty. We have three Thivas in here, and then we have one Helios, which is like a buttercream. Next on the to-do list, we have some dahlias in some 4-inch pots, some rooted dahlia cuttings that we need to pot up. We have Miss Mandy, which is like more like a coral, really pretty coral color. We have a Karma Blue Lagoon. It's like an electric purple, and then we have a Karma Bronze. It's like a bronzy yellow one. That one's really pretty too. So we're gonna pot these up, and we're gonna put them in the back so they can kind of bulk up and get a little bit bigger before we put them in the container garden. These are all the cuttings that we have on the side of our house. It really has not been too cold. Usually these plants do not like cold, but it hasn't really gotten much below 40, which is totally fine. For the dahlias, they've been rooting in here nice, and I want to kind of bump them up to give them a little bit more room. So this is Miss Mandy. This is the dwarf one, but we're going to plant the yellow bronze one right now and plant them in the bigger containers for the back of our house. And these are the rooted cuttings that we got that will be popping into all of our containers. They are already starting to form tubers, which is great. It's a great sign. We're going to use these red pots. The Dragon's Red Celosia was actually in here earlier on this year. They lasted forever because I feel like our frost just never came, but it did eventually. So we're gonna pot these up. The soil's actually pretty good. They did not stay in there that long, so this soil is actually pretty good. We're gonna reuse the soil, basically top it off, and plant them in. We do have to move all the pots because they did not get enough sunlight where they were at over there, so we're moving them over here where they get full sun. Sometimes the lighting in our house, as you guys can see here, when the sun moves, this area gets more or less shade. So right now it's probably about halfway. During the summer solstice, this line goes all the way up to our house, basically. So we're constantly moving plants in and out of sun based on where the sun is, basically. Kyle's about to fill up all the pots with the soil. This is just an organic mix that we get from the local nursery. It's a great base. It has really good drainage to it, so we love using it. So I know this is going to sound crazy, but I think I'm going to put three plugs in each plant, just because we want these to fill out really quickly, and they have room to grow outside the container, so we're going to stuff them pretty full. We're going to put a tomato cage on them once they get a little bit of height to them and mature. So alrighty, we just finished planting all of them up. Normally I would put a nice granular fertilizer in this, but our dogs eat basically any granular fertilizer we put in any of our containers, so we stopped doing that. We just do a liquid fertilizer. We'll be using a Proven Winners water-soluble liquid fertilizer on a weekly basis, and that seems to do the trick. Usually I just have to use the liquid fertilizer on a more consistent basis, just to make sure that all these plants are well fed. And Kyle is composting some of these peppers. They're just toast. They did not make it through the summertime. They were really cute in the fall, and I was just trying to see if they would overwinter, but they did not. And look at Rosie, just hanging out with us, just sunbathing. This precious girl. Hi, baby girl. Yeah. This your happy place? Yeah, it is. The last thing we got to get done today is we need to plant some seeds. So I know it's the middle of February. The weather's beautiful, and it does not feel like it's going to be warming up soon, but it will. It will be warming up. So we got to plant things in the ground, in starts that we can plant probably in April to like early May. So these are things like gomphrena, basil, mahogany hibiscus. There's a lot of miscellaneous things that we just need to get planted up. So we got to get that done today, and then we'll tuck them up in the grow room. Kyle was so kind. He filled up all of these trays and watered them in so they're right, nice and ready for us to start planting in them. So I'm going to go grab all of our seeds. We are upstairs in our seed room. We're going to grab some seeds to start to plant out. We have tons of great varieties like basil, amaranth, zinnias, and celosias. But today we're going to plant basil and celosias for the most part. There's a few other things like the mahogany hibiscus. We'll definitely plant some mahogany hibiscus. And I think that's it from up here. There's a lot of sunflowers that we'll plant in the ground at a later date. But that's, we do have to start some dwarf zinnias. We have dwarf coral, the Dreamland coral. That one's really pretty. And the Magellan salmon. I think I'm going to start actually all of them. We're going to start the Dreamland coral, the Dreamland pink, and then the Magellan salmon. For those of you guys that don't know, we have a ton of seeds available on our website. The link for that will be down below. Our seed room is upstairs, but Kyle, he waters all of these vines that we have up top here. I will show you guys. We have vines at the top. There's just this ledge up here. Lots of like pothos and philodendron vines. I'll show you guys the other side too. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? I love how they just drape down there. We have a ton over here as well. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so now back to planting some seeds. Hello, Annie. Annie came to visit. This is Kyle's mom's dog. She's such a sweet girl. She loves playing with Rose, our puppy. Okay, so we're about to plant some mahogany hibiscus seeds. They like to be slightly buried, and we're going to just start planting them in the corners here. We don't have our dibbler, so we're literally just going to use the back of this Sharpie. There we go. There's 15 seeds in the packet, so we're going to do all 15 of them. One in each cell today. Sometimes I do 2 in each cell, but these seeds are much bigger, and if one doesn't germinate, that's okay. That's okay. We don't have to thin them out later. Put 1 in each cell. They like to be buried about 1/4 inch. So we're just dropping them in, and they should be sprouting in no time. We'll put these upstairs in our grow room. Oh, I don't know what's going on over there. I use my phone as a seed tray. Well. Of course, we have to write a name tag for it. We are running out of time today, you guys. So we just got the Mahogany Splendors hibiscus planted. We got the Gomphrena planted. We actually planted this variety called Fireworks. I am so excited to see this one bloom. I've never grown this one before, and I've always seen pictures of it, and I've always wanted to try it. So we're trying it out this year. I'll show you guys. We're going to bring those seeds up to the grow room and put them under some lights. Okay, so these are the seeds we just planted, and we're putting them under the lights. These are some Mars Hydro. I don't know if they make these anymore, honestly. I think they're discontinued, but I've really liked using the Mars Hydros. I don't know what happened to them, but this is what we're using. We used a taller one just because that's what we had on hand. But yeah, we've tossed a fine layer of vermiculite on top of all of these after we planted them. They're buried about 1/4 inch deep, as I showed you guys. Same with the Gomphrena. And yeah, I'll show you guys and keep you guys updated when they start to emerge. These are some Lisianthus that we have in the grow room as well. These are the blue ones, the dwarf ones that go on the container garden. These are going to be so pretty. We planted these about right after Christmas, so they're almost 2 months old. So we'll be bumping them up probably in the next week or 2 into containers outside. Alright, you guys, that is the video for today. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. I'll keep you guys updated on the spring garden, how it starts looking in just a few weeks. There's so many pretty blooms, you guys. This is like one of the best times of year that I wish just could last forever. So happy Saturday, and I hope you guys have a great week.